The 5 hardest cities to visit on Earth. Traveling the world can be exciting, but some places are so remote, dangerous, or isolated that even the most adventurous travelers struggle to reach them. Imagine places where roads don't exist, planes rarely land, and permission to enter is nearly impossible to get. These are some of the hardest cities to visit on Earth. 1. Itikatormit, Greenland. The frozen isolation. In the far reaches of eastern Greenland, there's a tiny settlement called Itikatormit. With fewer than 500 residents, it's surrounded by towering glaciers, frozen fjords, and Arctic wilderness. The winters are brutal, with temperatures dropping far below freezing, and 4 months at a time, the sun never rises. Getting there is an adventure in itself. There are no direct flights from outside Greenland. Travelers must first reach Iceland, or another part of Greenland, then take a small plane to a remote airstrip. But even that's not enough. A helicopter or boat ride from the airstrip is the only way to complete the journey, depending on whether the ice allows. Supplies only arrive a few times a year, making this one of the most difficult and isolated places on the planet. 2. Iquitos, Peru. The city without roads. Deep in the heart of the Amazon rainforest lies Iquitos, Peru, a city unlike any other. Despite being home to nearly 500,000 people, there's one thing missing: roads. Iquitos is completely surrounded by dense jungle and mighty rivers, making it impossible to drive in or out. The only way to reach the city is by plane or boat. Flights from Lima, the capital of Peru, are the fastest option. But for those seeking a true jungle adventure, the rivers provide a slow, meandering route. Boats travel from distant cities in Brazil and Colombia, but these journeys can take weeks. The city itself is alive with the sounds of the rainforest, colorful birds, howling monkeys, and the buzz of the mighty Amazon River. But beneath its beauty lies a challenge: extreme humidity, tropical diseases, and the ever-present isolation from the rest of the world. 3. Norilsk, Russia. The forbidden frozen city. Far above the Arctic Circle, where the land is frozen for most of the year, lies Norilsk, Russia. It is one of the coldest cities on Earth, where winter temperatures can drop as low as -50 degrees Celsius, 58 degrees Fahrenheit. Snowstorms last 4 weeks, and during the polar night, the sun doesn't rise for nearly 2 months. But cold weather isn't the only thing keeping visitors away. Norilsk is a closed city. Foreigners need special government permission to enter. Built as a Soviet labor camp, it is now a massive industrial hub, producing nickel and other metals. The pollution here is so severe that the snow often turns black. No roads connect Norilsk to the rest of Russia, so the only way in is by plane or, in the short summer months, by cargo ship through the Arctic Ocean. Even if you manage to get permission, this icy, toxic city is one of the most unwelcoming places in the world. 4. Juba, South Sudan. A city in chaos. Juba, the capital of South Sudan, is one of the most challenging places to visit, not because of its location, but because of war, instability, and extreme poverty. South Sudan is one of the world's newest countries, having gained independence in 2011, but it has been in conflict almost ever since. Traveling to Juba requires patience and caution. The visa process is complicated, and flights into the city are limited. Overland travel is nearly impossible, as roads are unsafe due to armed groups, poor infrastructure, and extreme weather conditions. For those who do make it, Juba offers a mix of cultures, with influences from East Africa and the Arab world. But everyday life is a struggle. Power outages are frequent, clean water is scarce, and the risk of violence is high. It is a city where survival is a daily battle, making it one of the hardest places to visit on Earth. 5. Tristan da Cunha, the world's most remote island. Imagine a place so isolated that the nearest human settlement is over 2,400 kilometers, 1,500 miles away. Welcome to Tristan da Cunha. a tiny volcanic island in the South Atlantic Ocean, home to just 250 people. Unlike most islands, Tristan da Cunha has no airport. The only way to get there is by boat, a 6-day journey from Cape Town, South Africa. But don't expect to book a ticket easily. The island receives only a handful of supply ships each year, and visitors must apply for special permission to come ashore. Life here is simple. There are no hotels, no restaurants, and no modern luxuries. The islanders live off farming, fishing, and a deep sense of community. For those lucky enough to set foot on Tristan da Cunha, it's like stepping into another world, one that few will ever see in their lifetime.